Alright, so we're back at it again, guys, for another video. This time it's going to be back to the One Piece chapter live reactions. Thank goodness we've got a chapter again. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I believe we had one break due to Oda's health and then a scheduled break. So it's been a couple weeks. That or I could be misremembering, and that was recently. Either way, I know it's been a little while since we had a chapter, so I'm really glad we've got one. I don't know anything about it, so let's get into it. It's chapter 1163 titled Promise. The cover page, because we're back to cover art. That's right, because the cover story is done. We see Luffy and some monkeys, and it's Luffy running through the city doing parkour with white monkeys. Parkour is such an old school phrase, I feel like, but I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's nice. I feel like this is very old school Oda type of color pages or cover pages. He's probably happy to get back to this instead of the cover story we were doing prior to this. We don't have an Oda note that I'm seeing, at least, so now let's get back into it. We were in the middle of the God Valley flashback, which was the Harald flashback, which was Loki's flashback, which in some way also involves the Kuja and lots of other people. It's absolutely wild. It appeared as though Emu was coming out of St. Saturn, and that is exactly where we pick up. All right. So it looks like we see Saturn transforming an Emu coming out of him, like almost possessing him, and the Marines are saying, Saint Saturn, what happened to you, sir? Is he a user? ... And then Saturn/Emu says, get out of my way, as these... It's almost like his arm, right? His little, like, legs, like, you know, the spines on him. It's almost like Emu has, like, its shadow running down him and, like, splits off and makes 3 more legs off of, like, one of his legs that are smaller. And they just go, huh? And then they all get stabbed by them. So it's like he duplicated the legs that he has and just stabbed through the Marines with them. And pirates alike. It looks like he's going for anybody. There are pirates screaming, the Marines are under attack? That thing's on our side? As it starts stabbing at the pirates. No, that thing is on nobody's side, says the pirates. I don't know who this captain is here. It looks like a captain. Yeah, I like him. He's dodging that thing and running. Marines yell, retreat, stay back, don't attack, find an escape route. And then it cuts over to Roger shouting down to some pirates, pull yourself together, men. Ouch, how interesting. What do you mean, idiot? Damn, my comrade. I'd like to see what the official translations are going to be, because some of these seem a little odd. Gabon, give these guys a hand. Grab the treasure and go ahead. So those might have been some of Roger's men, actually, that got jumped there. So it seems like a couple of them got hurt. You and this again, don't overdo it, all right, says Gabon. We then cut over to Garp, who's yelling at a Marine. What is going on here? What kind of monster is that? He transformed, sir, out of nowhere, just like that. And then it's Garp saying again, it's the first time I've seen an elder, but that's exactly how I pictured those bastards. And they're all thinking, Vice Admiral Garp, watch your mouth. Oh, we then cut to Rocks right in front of Emu Saturn, saying, hey, king of rats. You came here to kill me, eh? His sword down, just standing like this, real cool. So it was you, Davy Jones, says Emu. Think you got the wrong man. Ain't never met that guy, says Rocks. But I'll keep that It goes or promise. Okay, it's just the way I cut it off. My bad. It says, I'll keep that promise. It is for that very promise that I shall blot you from the pages of history. So it's Rocks saying, I'm not that guy, but I'll keep that promise. And then Emu saying, it is for that very promise that I shall blot you from the pages of history. The world of Mu, as he's trying to stab him, hath yet to be completed. This world ain't yours, says Rocks. The world of Mu. The Marines say, that bastard Rocks is against St. Saturn. Should we help him, Rear Admiral? No, of course we should help him. Get out of the way, says Garp. Vice Admiral? Wait. Who are we supposed to help? As we see Garp in his younger Garp with the, like, you know, the shadows over his face, like, about to get intense. The pirates are stealing the treasures. Stop them. There's a bunch of valuable relics in there. Yep, and these are some of the Roger pirates just running off with a ton of the valuables. This is awesome. Absolutely laying waste to the Marines on the way. What a mess, ha ha ha. Did you get everything, boys? All set, Captain John. Farewell, Rocks pirates. Wow, so Captain John literally loaded up on his treasure here, and this is probably the story we know of Captain John, was he took a bunch of his own treasure, and he supposedly mapped it away, so I guess this can't be exactly the end of it, but his whole crew apparently mutinied and ended up killing him, probably after he stores it or hides it away, and then he doesn't explain to them, I guess is where it's at. They probably mutiny and kill him. We then cut to Dragon. We're still running with baby we'd guess Shanks. Says, what's all that shouting? What's going on? A Navy ship. I'll leave this child in their care. And then we just see, it looks like him getting pulled backwards, and it says, what? Yep, and we were right, because Captain John is then, yeah, the treasure's a bunch of stuff, everything metal's flying towards him. The metals are reacting to something. Don't steal our treasure, says the Roger Pirates. Big Eater. Come to me, my treasure, says Captain John as he's just spreading out his magnetism all over the place. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. It's Captain John's Jiki power. There's a strong magnetic field coming from the southwest gorge. Move it. I don't give a damn what you do. Roger. John, you bastard, says, what's his, I can't remember what his name is, Gensui. Sky Snake Red Cannon, and he does this with his finger, kind of like Deku from My Hero, where he shoots a compressed blast of air or wind. Actually, and I lied. I could see it's a speck. He ate the bomb fruit or whatever it is that what Mr. Whatever had, 5 or whoever had back in Alabasta, and he flicks it at him, and it blows up, and we just see Captain John. The treasure's going everywhere. Dragon with the baby. Hey, Gansui, why did you shoot John? Do you really think that bastard is going to split the treasure? And that's Shiki saying that to him. Each of those chests is worth at least $1 billion, you know? A billion? So, of course, no one wants to split it, right? And then Gansui gets ready to shoot Shiki. And then Shiki's looking back at him pissed off. My guess is there's no chance Gansui could stand up to Shiki. So, please don't, Vice Admiral Garp, the person in the highest authority in the government. What? That insect over there? As he's going over there to absolutely step on him. We cut back over to the big stuff going on, which is Whitebeard and Rocks and Big Mom and Kaido. Leave it to me, Rocks. Kaido, you bastard, says Big Mom. I'll kill you. Jealous, huh? Watch this. Whitebeard and Rocks, Roger, and Garp all powering up. We see Whitebeard powering up his swing. We see Big Mom coming in with a swing, though it looks like it's aimed at Kaido. Blast Breath looks like it's being aimed towards Saturn. Rocks is doing a swing. Roger yells, "Get lost, Garp. That one's mine." And Garp says, "Galaxy." So we get Galaxy Impact, Kamusari, Pandemonium, my guess, is going to be Rocks' attack. Hakue is going to be Whitebeard. Ikoku is Big Mom, and Ryu is Kaido. And they're all attacking and hitting Imu all at once. This is a really freaking awesome panel. We see parts of Imu blowing up and exploding. Bunch of hockey going everywhere. Yep, all the fodder passing out. What the hell? Is the world ending or something? There's treasure all over the place. Let's grab it and go. Haha, smart move. Huh, Rayleigh? A true pirate never forgets his purpose. What a mess, says Dragon on the ground. I need to protect this baby. What? Where is he? As he's crawling over towards a chest. And that's going to be how he ends up in a chest, and the Roger Pirates pick him up. His Dragon's going to put him in there. Imu seems to be reforming himself out of Saturn's body. I can't spit the fruit back out. Then pay me for it, says Big Mom to Kaido. I could see you running through a distant forest, and we don't know who's saying this. I would guess Imu. And then Garp is saying, see that? My attack was enough. And then Roger's saying, no, mine was enough. Rock says, don't tell me you. Emu says, a new Davy, a woman, and a child. Desperately struggling to survive. Such venomous lives must never walk free. As he's talking about, I don't remember her name, Rox's old lady and Teach. Get away from him, says Rox as he's trying to cut down Emu. Huh? Says Garp. Oh, as Emu's arm things just stab through Rox, Moo will do nothing. What is this? It doesn't even tickle me. Thou shalt be responsible for annihilating thy clan. Kill thy wife and thy son. What? Are you crazy? I'm not doing that, says Rox. Oh, it's gonna be what everybody's thinking. We're about to get Dami reversied, and that's gonna be what makes Rox go crazy, and then that's why everybody is gonna end up fighting against Rox. Which is how it was depicted, rather than how it is now, where they're all fighting together. Dami Reversi, as he's beginning to transform. Ah! What fate awaits Rox and the others, as we see, I can't remember her name. Teach or Blackbeard, though, and his mom running away. So I'd say this is right up the alley for what I would expect from this chapter. God Valley really is pushing along real fast, but Oda is seeming to get a hold of hit a lot of these plot points, which is really cool. We knew that Captain John and Gansby died. He's kind of giving us a way to show us how they died, even though we know Captain John doesn't die here. But how, like, the Rox pirates start falling apart and where their fruits are coming from. So now we know that Captain John's fruit ended up being kids. We know that Gansby's is going to be like Mr. Fives. Shiki's probably going to mess up Gansby and take a bunch of that treasure. This is where the Big Mom and Kaido feud started. Awesome, awesome panel, though, where we get to see the 6 of them, which is what? Big Mom, Yonko, Kaido, Yonko, or at least past Yonko, Whitebeard, past Yonko, Rox, who was the captain above these Yonko, Roger, Pirate King, and Garp, King, King, Hero of the Marines. Most badass Marine, all attacking all at once. Really, really cool scene. We were all right in thinking that Rox was going to get Dami reversied. It was the only thing that made sense for us to, for why we're going to actually fight against him rather than with him. But if it can work on Rox, we would argue it could work on anybody, so that is good information for us, minus the fact that it might not, because he's got intense Haki, so it can't be Haki-based. So the only thing that I would guess could keep you from being Dami reversied, if I had to guess, is probably going to be Luffy's Devil Fruit and the Nika Fruit. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be that white versus black on the, the board. When we saw a board, like a board game for, when Emu was setting up Dami reversing, because apparently it's like some type of board game. There's white and black pieces. Odds are Luffy's going to create the white pieces. Maybe Bonnie, too, with her power. But that's what I'm thinking at the moment. And, man, yeah, this really, really good chapter. Lots of cool scenes. It doesn't seem that we're on break, so we'll get another chapter next week. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly where things go. I am going to keep this one short, though. I'm sorry I got this one out a little late. For me, it is a very late Saturday night, technically Sunday morning. I've just had a lot going on with work. I've literally worked all day, essentially. Excuse me, my goodness. All day, essentially, for the last, 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, doubles it. Just, I'm so exhausted. But I wanted to make sure I got something out. If you made it this far in the video, and for anybody that does or has, I do appreciate it a lot. If you want, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think is going to happen. Tell me what you're looking forward to in the next chapter. Tell me really anything. Honestly, the algorithm loves likes, comments, subscriptions work for me. So, but I appreciate it. I'll be back at it again next week, at least, with another chapter live reaction, and I'll try to put out another video or two in the in-between until then. So, hope everybody's had a good week. Hope everybody has a good week to come, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.